No, you're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude. That was my horrible impression of Jeff Briggs doing the dude. This is my cast for the dude, Walter, and Donnie for my the Big Lebowski LP. I'm really excited to do it. It's gonna be so awesome. This is one of those movies that have been around forever, and I don't know why. You think as a cinephile, I would have watched it, but I just kept putting it on the back burner. Long story short, I saw it a few months ago, and I've been obsessed with it. I've seen it several more times since then, and I thought with the bowling stuff pack now out, it would be so appropriate that the two go hand in hand together. So we're starting off first with the dude, who, just so you know, he'll start off blonde, but by the end of it, I am going to change his hair to more of a kind of grayed out brown hair. So don't worry, that's not the what it is originally. So this movie is something you should well worth checking out, as well as the LP that I'm going to do. It's just a great confusion. That's basically what it is. It's a mix and a mess between the Big Lebowski, who is not our main character, and the dude Lebowski. I don't know what his first name is, but he always says, "I'm the dude." So he is kind of well, he's not kind of, he's lazy. You can tell he's written some books, but he's just kind of living off the royalties and such, or whatever he made from that. He's not living a very expensive life, but push comes to shove, he's happy. He's happy. He's doing his thing. As you can tell, he's got a very laid back style. Actually, I love his style, honestly. I know that sounds tacky of me, but it's usually filled with patterns and loose fabrics, and it's really comfy looking. I think, girl or guy, you would enjoy yourself wearing these patterns. Lots of khakis and plaids. He's always, always, always either in sandals or in slippers for sure. So he was a really fun character to make, and I cannot wait to play with him. I think I even might just keep him in my General Sims worlds just to hang out with. Uh, but he is our main, the person we follow through this like Alice in Wonderland of events, of going back and forth and constant confusion. And it's hilarious. It's all just because his name sounds like this other guy's name, honestly. This poor dude. Poor the dude. But in addition to the dude being just so freaking awesome, he's just so many. You really, I can't exemplify it enough how much you need to check it out. It really is worth it seeing. I mean, the first um, opening scene of the movie is he's like in a bathrobe, which you saw me put him in, and he just kind of gets some half and half, opens it, and kind of drinks some. He's just he's got his little razorbacks on, and he's just walking through the grocery store, not giving a flying flup. And in the very first, after that, and the very first moment of events, he's in a tub and he gets attacked by a bunch of nihilists, which I've done the cast for, so you should check that out too. And I won't spoil it any more than that, but it's really worth seeing. So I gave him the writer attribute. I made him a slob and lazy, but I think he's pretty goofy. Now, it's funny that as such a laid back guy, his best friend, who I'm doing right now, or I'm creating right now, is Walter Sobchak. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Walter was in Nom, and John Goodman does a great job playing him, and he's very into conspiracy theories. He's very intense. He's super hot headed. He constantly will freak out, or if he's happy, he'll freak out. But then at the same time, he's a sweetie. Like, they'll sometimes use like a racial slur or something like that, and Walter is the first to be like, "That's not politically correct. You don't say that. It's blah 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 blah." So he's again, he actually makes me think of Maud in the sense of the like juxtapositioning of ideas here. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so he normally wears aviators that have an orange tint to them, but when I put the aviators on him, you couldn't see his face, and he seemed so much like more harsh looking. And he really is not. So I was like, you know what? Screw the aviators. I need that orange tint. And thankfully, we have some glasses with the orange tint. So I just think it's funny that he's in them. But he is, I don't know how him and Walter are friends. Clearly, they both freaking love bowling. So it brought them together, brought all three of these characters together. But poor, poor the dude. I feel so weird saying poor the dude. We'll say poor dude that Walter just keeps getting him in trouble. It sucks. I feel so bad for the dude. It's insane. He constantly is about to get an objective done, and then Walter's got a brave idea. And also, keep in mind, Walter, well, he's the same guy who is such a sap and so loving and so kind-hearted that he would watch his ex-wife's show dog, is the same guy who gets in a fight with a 10-year-old. So, honest to gosh, he's just the best. I normally wouldn't like that type of person in real life, but if they were like Walter, I'd go out of my way to be like, what can I know about your PTS? Well, I always care about people's PTS, but you get what I'm saying. I'd be like, what can I do? Do you want to go bowling? I'll go bowling with you. You want to talk about conspiracy theories? I'm with you. So as you can see, I made him hot-headed. What else did I give him? I had a tough time choosing people's traits because I was really thinking of the movie. I gave him jealous because of his ex-wife thing. And I gave him outdoors because I felt it kind of would be the closest to the whole army situation. Then last but not least, we have the beloved, the renowned Donny Donald, or Theodore Donny Donald, but he's mostly called Donny, especially by Walter, who's played by Steve Buscemi, and that's who I was referring to as so renowned. He was really hard to do at first. I would say that in general, I did the best that I could with him. At first, I was looking at a picture of him where he was smiling until I'm like, oh wait, this is Steve Buscemi. You have to have like those really round, kind of bulgy eyes. One thing that actually really made him look like him was, again, these CC eyelashes that were light brown. Steve Buscemi has some really nice eyelashes. But anyways, Donnie is kind of a little bit of a dork, a little bit of a follower. If he gets yelled at, he'll make a, scrunched up face that he's not happy, but he'll just mostly take it. But I think he is definitely down with the guys, and I think out of all of them, he's probably secretly the best bowler. That's my personal opinion. My favorite one is he gets a strike and he does well and he's all happy about it. And then you hear Walter arriving to join their bowling league, and the other bowling league is sneering because they're not doing as well as, Donnie's and his team is doing. And as Walter shows up, you just hear him go, "Yeah, Donnie!" So, little geeky Donnie is very happy about that. I was trying to choose his wardrobe. The bowling shirts work with him, but I would have loved, ideally, this is not the fault of the Sims team, but I would have ideally for his character made it like a really baggy, tucked in pair of khakis. At this point, as I put on Donnie's like bowling shirt, I realized everyone's gotta have a bowling outfit. So I went in and added, their bowling shoes and their bowling gloves. And of course, look, I gave him like a beautiful Hawaiian shirt. I felt that went with his very pattern-filled, theme. I thought that was cool. And I think we're coming at the end of the video. Yeah. Meet him a loner. He's good. He's very sweet. I think he's a perfectionist. He works hard on his bowling afterwards. So last but not least, the dude, Walter, and Donnie. I'm Tiny Joy Now. Check out my The Big Lebowski LP in The Sims 4, and have a great day, guys. Bye!